This story was written by my son, Andrew, when he was in the 5th grade.
As a children's speech-language pathologist, Marjorie Rees touches the lives of hundreds of kids each year. But her love and care for others extends far beyond the doors of Riviera Elementary School.
Margie's a very remarkable person for many reasons, but one of them is her persistence. When she gets an idea, she will follow it through. You might even say she might be stubborn at times.
2 years ago, Margie and her husband of 27 years, Dwight, started Gut Check Foundation, a nonprofit organization that promotes education and research into the prevention and treatment of Clostridium septicum infections.
When she had the idea of starting the foundation, of course, at the time, we didn't really know what we were getting into, and maybe we were biting off more than we could chew, but we were going to see it through. She wasn't going to stop until we had achieved something. So,
prior to 2008, neither Margie nor Dwight had ever heard of this seemingly rare bacterium that destroys tissue in the intestines and stomach.
The researchers are telling us that this is important. And, we think we're tilting at windmills, which we kind of are. But, the more my sister and I talk about it, it's that, if we don't do it, who's going to do it?
That summer, Margie and Dwight received the news their only child had leukemia. Andrew was a loving, funny teenager, and he was a fighter. After 1 month of chemotherapy, he was in remission, but the treatment suppressed his immune system. Sadly, although Andrew beat leukemia, he died from the effects of this infection at age 19.
In many ways, Andrew was just an average kid, but I just miss my son, that's all.
We had just graduated in 2008 from Tucson High, and then he was diagnosed that summer. Following year, while he was sick, I was just in and out of the hospital with him.
They tried a lot of surgeries, and the doctors really were fabulous at UNC, and they tried their best, but it just wasn't to be. Anyway, sorry. We just thought it wasn't acceptable. We started researching things, and we realized that some people in the U.S. and also in Europe actually have antibodies already developed for this, but they can't get funding because they don't think enough people die of it. And to us, that's really not acceptable.
I'm most proud that we're really doing something that might lead to preventing this in other people.
Margie honors the memory of her only child by trying to ensure that other families do not experience what she and Dwight did. He and I felt especially vulnerable when we couldn't help our own child survive, since we've dedicated our lives as educators to enabling other children to succeed. Having my child and watching him mature into a remarkable young man remains the highlight of my life. We started the foundation to honor his spirit and to prevent this infection from claiming another imaginative soul.
Margie and Dwight are wonderful parents. Margie is just a wonderful mother, and Margie is just always there.
Well, if he had lived, I thought in my head, we still got to do this because what he went through wasn't right. And there's things that if we would have known, we would have done differently.
I think out of Tucson, I think around the country, the world, she is one of the greatest mothers that anyone could have. And Andrew was blessed to have her as his mother while he was alive. And I'm blessed just to know her.
Tune to detail remarkable mom Marjorie Rees.